Hello and welcome to another week of chess openings with me, Slag, as we go over all the basic openings that you can learn in chess as you try to improve your ELO ranking moving forward. This week we have the Perk Defense with Black. So this is a opening that I have found that I like a lot. It helps me take my time with the defense and not make as many mistakes as I play a lot of higher rated players than myself. The Perk Defense is very theory heavy, but with this quick 5-minute tutorial video, I can teach you how to get it set up and what are the main fundamental things that we should be looking for in this defense as you play it and learn how to counteract what white throws at you. So without further ado, let's begin. We start as black. White will open up with either the e4 or d4 pawn. It doesn't matter which one, because no matter what we do, we're opening with the d6 pawn here. Just moving one pawn forward, letting white come in and take the space. That is the part of the Perk Defense that allows us to sit back, develop how we want, and let white kind of take control of the center. We do this because we want to make sure that our king is protected and we have good attacking lines that will help us defend against anything that white throws at us. So after we open up with d6, white usually does the double pawn opening on d and e4. We then throw our knight over there to f6, attacking this e4 pawn. There are multitudes of ways that white can come back from this, but usually they throw out this knight to c3, defending this pawn as we throw out this knight. Next, we will throw out the g6 pawn, opening this line for the bishop here. Very common, probably the most common thing that white will do next is to go bishop to c4, creating an attack line on us here. We then push the bishop and develop it out so that we have this whole file open for the bishop. Once we can move the knight, white again has a myriad of different options that they can do. Usually they will develop the knight and continue their development. And we finish our development with Perk Defense by castling right over here. So from here, there's a couple things that we want to keep in mind. We want to make sure that we're putting as much pressure on this d4 pawn here, where white is relying heavily upon it to keep up its attack. So we can do that a lot of ways, but the most common thing that we want to do is after white continues developing, we throw out this knight on c6, attacking this pawn here. It's very common for white not to push up d5 to attack this knight because you have the attack here on d5 with the knight, and by pushing up to d5 you are weakening a lot of the attack from white as we push our pawns forward. We have two attacks there. We have the queen fortifying this d6 pawn. It's okay if white pushes up d5, but we want to make sure that we push up this knight to c6 instead of moving this pawn up to c6 instead. Trying to push up, well, instead of pushing up to c6, pushing up to c5 to take here. Because as the trades go down, we are left in a much weaker position, especially if white decides to close the position here. Black can no longer develop here without being taken. We want to make sure that we do develop that c6 knight here, attacking this d4 pawn. So from here, there's a lot of different ways that you can go about attacking white, how white can go attacking you. The nice thing about the Perk Defense is that you can just sit back, watch what white does, and react to it. And usually when it comes to the trading of pieces, you can come out ahead because a lot of your pieces in the way that they're set up in this manner are defended by other pieces. Like this bishop is protecting this knight, pawn's protecting the knight, this queen's protected by this rook. Later on, you can get this bishop involved and you are protected here and here with your own pieces. Even this pawn is protected by this queen and this knight. So whatever white wants to throw at you when it comes to attack, black is able to fend it off very well and try to look for ways that it can counterattack and take advantage of white's position. So if you like that video, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I also stream on Twitch every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday over at twitch.tv/ZagSagaski. Next week, we're gonna go with a white opening when we're gonna go with the England Gambit. So tune in next week and we will provide you that video then. Yeah. Don't know how to end these videos still. Goodbye.